Welcome back. What is up? We are playing as Great Qing. Last episode, we took the mighty trek up to 10,000 construction, and I thought I'd talk a little bit about why construction is so good right now. See, construction just makes the economy go burr. That's what affects, the growth rate of your GDP with a couple of caveats. And so, generally speaking in this game, just like, if you grow the GDP, and you just grow the size of the economy, then you can support way more military. And so it seems that as just a general heuristic, if you look at the line, it's like just coming way up during the period of time we were ramping up to 10K. This is what drives the economy. Like, all the gears of the economy. If you take a look at the construction center, can we look at one individually? So first of all, this is employing a whole ton of people, right? And they got a throughput bonus because it's from reinforced concrete, not economies of scale. Okay, fair enough. First of all, this employs a whole bunch of people. It employs 125,000 people for a level 25 one here. And then it also creates demand for all of these goods. And which means that these places will be profitable. And then we can build, steel mills, glassworks, tooling workshops, and boom booms, and then those will be profitable, and all the people will get employed. And as the people get employed, they pay taxes, they pay more into here. As more people get employed, employment becomes more scarce, which means that wages have to go up, which drives up standard of living, which drives up consumption. Just every hinge of the economy is improved by construction. And so, it's not that it's just giving you buildings that are profitable and that are making you more money, but it's also a building itself that is profitable and making money. Like, for example, it's not profitable, but it's kind of having lower taxes. Like, for example, we're taxing and we're making money off of this furniture workshop here, right? Because the laborers here will pay into the tax pool, and especially the owners here, the capitalists, they will pay a lot of the money into the investment pool contribution, this sort of thing. But, we are not paying for any of the inputs. The difference between this and a construction center is that we pay for the inputs, right? So, in a sense, it's like we have this building that's very much like a furniture manufacturer, except we're subsidizing the building. And then secondly, the outputs, instead of being goods, are construction. And the construction itself just builds more demand. If you just have a whole bunch of, factories and no demand for stuff, then, it depresses profitability. And the thing about construction is when it starts getting bad is when, once you build out all the natural resources, which we are starting to come close to. Let's go here. Once you start getting zeros in all of these, then it starts getting a little rough, and you have to start importing the natural resources. And once you're importing them from everywhere, then you get to the point where building new industries is not going to be profitable. But right now, it's still real profitable, so we just keep on keeping on. But it will reach a point where these buildings stop being profitable, all these, and that's when construction starts feeling not so good. What you can do then is you can kind of, delete some of your agriculture and rebuild it. Rebuild better ones, more profitable ones. Like if we go to Qing, we see that tea is not that profitable, but this opium is more profitable, so we might want to delete all the tea and build opium. Stuff like this you can do. Importantly, if you overbuild on something and it's not fully employed, it's really not that big a deal. The only thing that it's bad for is it costs more infrastructure, so you have to pay more for rails in the aggregate because you're probably going to be subsidizing rails. But this is kind of the only downside of overbuilding, so have at thee. Alright, we'll unpause. And we are going at speed 2. We have 1700 in the queue, which I added a whole bunch of that. And we have ourselves a war. We are trying to integrate Cambodia. That's kind of where we're at right now. And then what else we will be doing is we are kind of preparing to turn a corner where we stop caring about our infamy. Right now, we're caring about our infamy. We're trying to diplo-integrate people. But I think we're going to, we're going to have 700, 800 battalions, and we're just going to start vassalizing people. And, really try and crank up for this world conquest. Interesting. That Austria is supporting communist Brittany. That's kind of not ideal. But I guess we'll be fighting Austria now. We will assign some more people to this front over here. Oh no, wait, this one is just us. Okay, so we'll assign some people to that front. And more people to this front, because I guess we're going to be fighting Austria now. We have a lot of people. We're going to be engaged in 3 conflicts. Right now we're kind of helping Occitania and Brittany, which we released from France, with the idea that we might be able to Diplo get them in. The really big ones we want to Diplo kind of get into our being a protectorate, because they're already in our market, is Sweden and Brazil. But unfortunately both are defending the borders, so it's going to be tough. What we can also be doing is we are working towards the achievement for Great Qing, and we need to have treaty ports in a variety of places. Iberia, Italy, France, Germany, I think maybe Russia and the British Isles. We already have one in Spain, and so yeah. Another thing is, if we take a look here, we do have a ruler who's a bandit, which is kind of making it more difficult for us to do this kind of try and keep our infamy low run. So after this guaranteed liberties tick, we're actually going to try and switch to presidential republic, and we can also switch to private schools. So we're going to be doing a couple of these law changes here. The reason we would want to do presidential republic is to get this guy out of the government, because he is cock-blocking our decay of infamy. And this is the biggest reason. I'm actually pretty fine with monarchy and having the landowners in power, but we don't mind taking down the authority, and it'll be fine. Now, I think Austria just joined because we rivaled them, and that's the primary reason. And they're about to experience some pain on the back of this type of thing. Did anyone join? No one joined the Occitania War. Yeah, and that is anyone going to join this is kind of what we care about. A little bit. Russia joined. Do we already... Well, I don't mind the literati. Let's just do that one. And now we have to have a think here. Well, I guess... And then the 50 stack we put in Occitania is not going to be needed, because no one else joined on top of the Occitania front, so we will just move both of these guys to Russian fronts. And then maybe we turn this corner now, and start BMing Russia. Maybe not, though. Not sure why we can't sway them. We could also just liberate from Russia. I think this is probably going to be the play. We can liberate, because once we break them down to size, then we can vassalize them ourselves. So I think Kazan will be nice to lib, because they'll be next to us. Ukraine will also be pretty big. Gonna check the achievements. See, I don't think we need let's click possible. We have to have treaty port in France, Germany, the British Isles, Iberia, and Italy. So we don't need a treaty port in Russia. But we're gonna add a few of these meant to liberate. It's kind of the biggest ones, biggest bites we can take out of them. I think it's going to be Ukraine. I think there's a good chance they back down. We'll keep our extra maneuvers. And we should get ready to land Austria, I think. Now we have this front as well. I guess we want to move, guys. I'm really not too focused. No supply network for Russia? Interesting. Well, their convoys will be very rated in Austria. It's unfortunate we were doing a large volume of trade with Austria, but, yeah, oh well. We should be able to push them out on here. I think we're at the point where we can fight, like, 3 great powers, which is kind of the point we wanted to be at for this. Especially because we're, like, the UK is very much broken up quite a bit, and we're about to break Russia up quite a bit. Yeah, interesting we can't get these guys to come on over, but whatever. Still, they're fearful, so there's a very good chance that they just back down, even with Russia's help, so... Siam sides with Cambodia. See, this is very much why we wanted to, we'll take the biggest and the smallest. Preserve one. So now, let's see if we can add war goals on Siam. Actually, I don't think we want to really do much to Siam, except for let's maybe ban slavery in Siam. So maybe they're easier to deploy, get, and revoke claims. Russia has its claim on Sakhalin. Huh. I think it's going to be just another liberated country on Russia, but we'll see. We'll leave our maneuvers. And, let's see, what tech do we have coming? Oh man, we're gonna have to do a whole bunch of different stuff once electricity pops. I think we have a bunch of engines in the queue specifically for electricity, but we will also, you know, add a ton of 51 power generation in there. Which just takes engines, at this juncture, with our current, what we got going on. I think we have someone trying to land. Yeah, we do. Sudden Wrong is trying to land here in Austria. Now, do we have enough people traveling to this front? Probably. Why don't we move you to that front? Because this front's a little bit more important to us in terms of how things are going. 3.6 billion GDP. If we want to take a look at who's next in line to the king, I think it's going to be around 200 million. I don't know, France is doing pretty good. That's from when we released some people. I heard an event fire. Untrained hands, you finna catch these hands. We'll keep the children off the factory floor. Oop, we forgot to switch over after guaranteed libs, but we're just gonna take another crack at it, I guess. Let's see how these battles are going. They should be going pretty good for us. We'll take a look at the other battle instead. Alright. So, we will put down 51 electrical generation, and it is important to note we have encouraging manufacturing in southern and Hui and Jiangxi, but that doesn't apply to energy, so we will specifically avoid building power plants there, because they'll be extra not profitable. A little bit of lag. Shujo. Well, that works for me. And Hunan, I guess. Oh my god, this lag though. Ah! Yeah, this is what happens when you build 10k construction, I suppose. While we keep the thing going, and also look to build railways in these spots. Okay, we do have to research another tech as well. This game is not meant to handle this much construction. No one man should have all this construction. But it is going to make this world conquest really easy, I think. So, and war is kind of getting to the point where I don't think anyone else is going to join, so we will also liberate another country. I guess maybe Perm? I want to see how big Siberia is, so we'll set Libs Siberia, and then we can also more reps from Russia. And that'll be everything we want. Wild Wells. There will be blood. Well, we don't want the throughput. Negative, so there will be blood. Such as the price of progress. Something wrong still trying to land out here. Really don't think this was the wisest choice by Austria, but you know, do what you gotta do, I guess. We will take a quick look at our all the people we are currently swaying. And right now we're swaying and damaging relations with a bunch of people. The way we're going to take infamy is by integrating people and also trying to make people protectorates. And so this is going to be, we're looking for people who, actually I think we're still infamous, yeah. So we're looking to pull guys into our market right now. We're not currently in the market. No one will accept to become protectorate, I don't think, because we are currently infamous. But for example here, we can invite Occitania, or we could take on Occitania's debt in order to get a hook on them, and then use that hook to pull them into our customs union. Scalahia. Where's Occitania? Here. So now we'll invite them to the customs union, we'll use our hook, there we go. We can't get them into the customs union because they're neutral, so we'll absolve the obligation we have to make them cordial. That is the name of these games. How close are we to getting you in the customs union? Not very close. And we have customs union with you. Guaranteed lives. If we get a negative event, we will just be swapping over to something else. A matter of security. So we'll take that and then just swap. We're going to swap over to Presidential Republic and try and get this decay a little bit down. Occitania comes into our customs union. It grows. It's not the biggest customs union, but it's not the size that counts. It's the way you construct. I mean, it's the way you use it. Yeah. Well, this war is... I'm gonna be a little surprised if this pops off, because they have a Fearful, they have a minus 75 Fearful, but maybe, yeah, they back down. So now we have Cambodia as well. We will delete this munitions plant and build up these iron mines and logging camps. And we'll put a railroad at the front. And then I think we actually want to integrate Cambodia because it is one of the faster oh, nope, it's 20 years. We're gonna exploit them. Sorry, bud. It just be like that sometimes. It do be like that sometimes. Looks like we're... I think that's us being successful in Brittany. And here's our landing, which is not being very successful. But we can use a lot of guys that are not just anyone who's not in a convoy raider, we're gonna have navally invade. We're gonna use a bunch of these guys that are currently not on a front. What the hell, we'll use him too. Well, this is the leader himself. We're hoping he's more likely to die when he's like that. And we have lost half of our construction queue, which we had built up. So, let's take a look. We will want to make more power, like, in a lot of places. So, I guess we're just gonna sort by peasants, avoid southern Anhui, so Fujian. Queen? Where are they? And Shangzi? And 51 is the magic number for economies of scale. Let's see. Just cleaning up some of this. That they still have infrastructure problems even after you've built some. Once we switch to steel rail cars, oh man, that's going to be painful. And now we will go and switch all of our power over to auto-expand. Because that is the point of what we did. Are they not in here yet? Because the single one has not finished? Okay, they're in here. And of course, our stuff gets messed up for the ones we acquired. We can't start a war yet, but we will start an integration war when we can. We want to switch to electric sawmills. That's going to be the first one we switch, which will give us more wood, which we're currently kind of could use some more wood, so... we do have the opium on automatic expansion and the sugar. Because in all the areas we have opium, that is our #1 thing that we want to produce, and in all the ones we have sugar, it is the same idea. There's no place that has sugar and opium. Got a bunch of invasions going, but probably not going to be able to get anything off given the situation there. So we're gonna, this is the only front we currently have. We're just gonna assign everyone there and everyone will get pulled off in order to do the naval invasions. I don't think we can land Austria just like raw dog. But I think that we can just white peace them here, because that war doesn't really do anything for us. Those guys probably aren't even worth assigning. Naval invade here. So I guess it's, do we want to just beat up Austria some? Because there's no war goals here. I think the answer is yes until we finish this other war. The war on the left in Occitania. And then the answer changes. Infinite railways, motor industry, steel, yeah. Vulcanization was auto-spreading, but we importantly don't have anything to do with our rubber at this point, and we want something to do with our rubber. I think we might go telephones next. Might just finish steel railway cars, actually. Is that oil in our territories? Hot. We have logging camps somewhere. Not for long, we don't. Alright. Yeah, I know. Maybe we didn't want migration to Shandong. It probably already has enough people. That's fine. We'll actually do film first with our first power plants. We'll just kick some to the top of the queue. See if we get these landings off. So now, we had been exporting all of our rubber just to create demand for it while we build it up. Now we can switch this over to elastics. Maybe some of it. Probably not all, I guess. Yikes. Alright, where's a small one? Smallest is 100. Alright. I think we can produce 100 rubber, it just has to ramp up. Pastures is pretty good. Let's go steal railway cars, though. We are kind of prepping that. Yeah, this landing's not gonna work. Fair enough. I think after this, maybe we go telephone. Now, how much rubber are we making? Probably not a lot, yeah. But I think we can make a lot, it's just they haven't ramped up employment yet. And they will. Okay. Now, where you had our film industry potential. Yikes, it's 20. How much is this going to cost? Electricity. Okay, we can do that. There we go. The moving pitches. I think we want this, because we do have to make the literati strong. Oop, a little bit of chop. Yeah, this landing never pops off now that they have people... Ooh, what? I guess maybe it does. Hold the phone. Let's assign guys to that front, because we're about to unassign some guys from that front. I'm shocked. Very shocked. It looks like we're gonna get landing off. So we just get to beat on them a little bit. And our military is starting to get into this thing. The military we're building up. We still... Oh, did we finish the electricity at the front of the queue? No. We did not. That's not how we drew it up. That is how we drew it up, though, with the landing. Should make short work of them here. So now we can white peace out of this, unless we just wanted to suffer them or make them suffer. We could just capitulate. Alright. Now we have to think about what war goal, or what wars we want to start, maybe. So we will take a look at the people who have become neutral, and see which ones, neutral or worse, we can annex. We can annex Sintang for only 0.5 infamy. Annex New Granada for 3.7, and then we can build the Panama Canal, so I like that. For the South China HQ, we will, are we still at war with someone? No, we're not. We will take a look at our South China HQ, though, because we want to promote a general here. Alright, some of the better guys. What do you got? Stalwart defender. Anyone who's got good stuff for offensive strategist. Oh, he's pretty good, and he's Intelligentsia, so we will promote him all the way. Mobilize all, and we hope to. I didn't realize we had such a big political movement. It will. I don't think I can fight the Civil War. So we're gonna cancel this one. We let it tick once. Maybe we should have tried to go through with that. Oh, they all... Not only... They also got popped out because they were, yeah, so I guess we can't radicalize them. It's a little bit changed from, last one. So, are you now no longer, okay, still got a rev brewing. What other laws did we want to pass here? Oh, we can't pass laws because we're illegitimate. Got it. But if we do this, now we can try and pass laws. Cool. So, did want to do guaranteed lives, right? What else? I knew there was another one we wanted to do. Oh yes, this one. Why can't we do you? Ah, because we need this first to change. Got it. We need a nihilist. We should have kept going. Just fought our civil war. Or something. Yeah, maybe that would have been actually super ideal. God, this is gonna be a very painful revolution. But it's gonna pop really fast. I think we go for it. We go for it, but we save. We save just in case. I think we can do it. Alright, probably shouldn't be doing this in the meantime, but it is what it is. We still have a battle going on, but we back down. Weird. And we will assign a bunch of guys to that front, even though this civil war is going to fire here. The civil war is probably going to mess up our construction queue, but that's fine. Why did the Civil War delete? Excuse you. We had a Civil War brewing. What happened to it? Ireland owes us an obligation. Let's check and see what we can do. We'll absolve to make them friendly. Or amicable. Now they'll accept our invitation to a customs union. Scotland, for whatever reason, it's both friendly and belligerent. I don't know what that's about. Venezuela sides with them. Okay, fair enough. I still think they back down, but let's just... wait, what? Oh, they sided with us? Why can't we put on the front? Oh, because they're on the other side. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, why not? I think we can customs union easier. Nah, whatever. We'll figure it out later. Our queue is almost emptied. Let's see if we can find that Civil War. The Civil War is not popping off. I wonder why. They are radicalized. I don't understand. We get 10 infrastructure everywhere where we have a ton of pop. So that's nice. Let's just play whack-a-mole. See if we got any unresolved of this. Game lags a whole lot less when you don't have 1,000 things queued up. It turns out. So, just something to keep in mind, maybe. I wonder why the rebellion went away. Let's see if anyone else joined. They're almost certainly going to back down in the face of, yeah, this annexation. Our auto queue is now filling this, which our auto queue should be able to fill this for some time now. But so we'll just let it go because it doesn't lag as much. Look to take another tick off. Let's check our infamy. We're still pretty infamous. It's actually gotten a little bit worse, but once we have New Granada, we can make the Panama Canal, which will be kind of nice. We get an event. God worshippers, of course. Those pesky god worshippers. Let's play whack-a-mole again. Unless you guys have some sort of weird frictional stuff. We are going to switch over to steel rail cars in a sec. So let's get ready for that. Come on. Just back down early. Don't trap us in here with you forever. We have to do these integration wars anyways, and we have to, like, go through the process, so I think that's why we just kind of want to, you know, try to keep the infamy low instead of just, like, we're going to vassalize Spain type of things. But where we can, we want to break down these guys. Sorry about that. Do need a new computer chair. Mine is a little bit broken. Alright. Fair enough. Let's see what's expensive in our market, and can we do anything about it? We just built a bunch of... Oh no, they're like they're finishing right now. New Granada backs down. Alright. So, we could do some of this action. We want you to build the Panama Canal. Right? It's not Costa Rica that has it. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Perfect. We will need to switch some of our PMs over. But first I want to find who we can go to war with. Venezuela is antagonistic. I'm not sure if we ever get through Venezuela now. We'll see. We can annex Sinte. And again, mobilize everyone. Maybe we'll put the great leader himself and this guy on here. I guess we're just gonna promote people who aren't scholar officials at this point. Classic, you cannot scroll through your thing. He's actually not too bad either. I think it's unlikely that that pops out, but it might. And we, of course, cannot set things to... Ooh, we actually want to delete a lot of the industry here, so let's check. Yeah, no. No, I suppose the government admin's not the worst. Actually, it's kind of bad. And now, let's make sure it's level 1 of everything here, so we can set stuff to auto-expand as well. And get all the PMs right. Okay. So, now let's go in. I think we want to switch everyone to vacuum canning. We have the oil for that. It makes a lot more groceries. Consumes less grain though. I think we actually want the grocers consuming grain. We're just going to leave that for now. Now, I feel like I must have missed one. I did. Oh, I can't... No, that's not mine. This is... Okay, got it. Perfect. Alright. And we can't switch everyone over to elastics. It actually shouldn't have anything in there, so we'll go vineyards. Publicly traded. Fertilizers. Fertilizers. This is going to be a big swap over. We will probably take care of it in the interim, but we will be turning on that PM. But these are all the ones that were in the territory we just took. We don't need to be paused for this. Actually, we'll take care of the rest later, because we're about to integrate them as well. So let's find an area that has a lot of wood, and we'll turn on electric sawmills. Can I get these rolling? We wanted the teléfonos. And to see if we can get Presidential Republic. Somehow we don't have the revolution firing. Aish sides with Sintang. I don't think this war doesn't go through, so I don't want to put demands on Aish, or however it's pronounced. I guess we could ban slavery in it. No, it's actually not even worth. But Brunei also sided with them. I mean, again, we don't want to get any infamy from adding war goals on Brunei. So we'll just chill, because there's no way they pop off this war with 3 guys. I think we might want to look in here. Yeah, they backed down. Insufficient tax capacity. Where do we have the most? We're going to build like 10 things there. Hainan. Okay, perfect. Because we do need more. Sichuan. And Jingzi still has a lot. How do we not have the... Is it just a bunch of power plants in here? Yeah, it is. Shoot. Oh well. Alright, so now we need to see... Can we integrate anyone else with whom we have bad relations. We will make a puppet out of them. Mobilize all generals. And expect them to back down. And then we'll take a quick look at the little territory we got. Nice, it's kind of doing what we already wanted to be doing. Guess we'll delete that barracks. That's good. Man, I'm kind of wishing we got that Civil War now. I don't know why it went away and then is not coming back. In theory, these guys are radicalizing at a pretty good clip, so they're really mad. Oh, maybe it's because we're an unacceptable government and not whatever. We can't put them back in government because they're mad. This 1.1 has definitely changed the dynamic by like auto-popping people out of government in a way that it previously didn't, which makes passing stuff a little bit different. Or a lot of bit different. Can we set it up so that it automatically subsidizes the Panama Canal? Because we're going to forget to do that. And then, I guess we want to take our thing back from Portugal. I mean, we can declare a war here. So we can break up Great Britain if we wanted to. By, let's see, first of all. Oh, we can't declare war because we... I thought they already gave in. They did not. We'll go neutral for this. What's our infamy? It's kind of going up. Yeah, it's really unfortunate we got this guy who's a bandit, which I think means we are going to have to turn the corner faster. And our Q has finally gotten under 10k. So we're going to let it run a little bit, but I think I'm going to do most of my Q fixing off camera in general because the lag, and it just takes a while to fix up. We are building a ton of electricity, so the lights are gonna turn on soon. Yeah, a lot of this was just people in our market, and now we're like turning it on ourselves. And all the expensive stuff is starting to be inputs, which is like really not ideal. I suppose we could really expand the sugar ourselves. Just kind of look where we can make sugar. I think Cambodia is good. And in here is good. And we can do sugar here. For the most part. And then we can play whack-a-mole here. You're gonna need more. You're already getting more. And this is kind of filling out the queue pretty good. Let's see if we can establish any colonies that we're currently not. Nope, we can't. Swedish talent. Obligations worth more than one man. Can we protectorate you? No. Because we're infamous and you're defending the borders still. Are you still defending the borders? You are still defending the borders, and you have powerful protectors. Are you defending the borders? Yeah, you are. The Sikhs back down. Sikh man. Alright, so now we can declare another war. We can... Oh, we have the truce with Great Britain, so we can't bust them up. Can we do anything with Russia? No. We do have this front with Spain already. We could just puppet Spain and just YOLO it. Just go for it. I mean, this might be the corner we want to turn here. Where we just say, you know what, we've had enough of this. Being a nice guy. Nice guys always finish last, etc. Because what's the reason to stay in? Is hopes that we get Brazil or Japan, but Japan's not going to change. So, do we just straight up start vassalizing people? It is 88. One moment. I'm gonna have a think. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do. I do want to add a whole bunch to the queue, mainly electricity. But I think I'm going to call it a session. This one was a little bit chill. We just kind of integrated people. I mean, we fought a little bit of a nothing burger war with Austria. We reveled in our 10k construction, and we almost had a rev, but then the rev didn't pop off, and I'm not sure exactly how the mechanics work. Oh, now they're becoming revolutionary. I think it has to go through one full tick. Is that the thing? So I guess we're interested in can we save Tuat? No, we don't. We won't be able to get the front to save Tuat. I think we actually want to help Iraq here. But next episode we will be fighting a revolution. Viva la revolution. Alright, hope you enjoyed this one. Looking forward to the next one. We'll also add a whole bunch to the queue in the interim. Anyways, have a good one. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do the YouTube algorithm stuff. If you've been sitting for a prolonged period of time, maybe stretch, take a walk, do some squats. Squats are good for bone density. And have a good day.